So, you want to be an AI engineer, right? It sounds like this huge, long, complicated journey, but what if it doesn't have to be? What if we could map out a serious, focused path to get you there and get you there fast? Let's break it down.
Okay, so let's just ask the big question right up front. How long does it really take to go from knowing basically nothing to actually building real AI projects? If you're picturing years and years buried in textbooks, just put that thought aside for a second, because the answer might really surprise you.
3 months. Yep, you heard me right. 90 days. Now look, is it going to be a walk in the park? Nope. It's going to be intense, for sure. But is it doable with the right roadmap? Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're going to lay out today. The entire game plan, step by step.
So here it is. This is our treasure map. We'll start with the big picture of your 3-month quest. Then we dive into month 1, where we forge our tools. Month 2 is all about actually building with machine learning. Month 3, we level up to tackle deep learning. And finally, the best part, turning all this work into an actual career.
I really want you to think of this as your own personal quest. This isn't just some boring curriculum. It's an adventure. We're about to map out your journey into the incredible and kind of magical world of AI. Here's the whole journey at a glance. Month 1 is all about foundations. You gotta walk before you can run, you know? Month 2, we take those fundamentals and start building cool stuff with machine learning. And then month 3, we crank it all the way up with deep learning. You see how it all stacks? Each month builds directly on the last one. It's a sprint, but it's a smart one. All right, let's kick off month 1, forging foundations. You know, every great quest starts with gathering your gear, right? You wouldn't go fight a dragon without a sword and shield. Well, same idea here. This month is all about getting the essential tools and knowledge you're going to need for the entire adventure. Your weapon of choice is going to be Python. And within Python, these 3 libraries are your absolute must-haves. Think of NumPy as your super fast calculator for all the heavy number crunching. Pandas is your data wizard. You'll spend a ton of time using it to clean up messy data. And Matplotlib, that's how you make your data visual, turning numbers into charts so you can actually see what's going on. And yeah, we got to talk about math. But wait, don't panic. You do not need to be a math genius, I promise. We're just talking about brushing up on the core ideas of linear algebra, probability, and a little calculus. It's really just about understanding the language that these algorithms speak. That's it.
Okay, on to month 2. This is where the fun really begins. You've gathered your tools, you've got the foundational knowledge. Now it's time to wield those tools and actually make machines learn. This is where the theory stops and the magic starts. Think of these algorithms as the core spells in your spellbook. Regression helps you predict a number, like a stock price. Classification is all about making a choice. Is this email spam or not? Clustering is for finding hidden groups in your data. And decision trees help the machine model complex choices. These are the absolute workhorses of machine learning.
And you're not just going to read about this stuff. No way. You're going to build things immediately. Your first quest is a classic for a reason. Building a spam detector. It's the perfect, real-world problem to cut your teeth on. And right after that, your next challenge, a house price predictor. This is how you'll get hands-on with regression and see how you can predict the future based on past data. You see, we're building a real portfolio from day 1. That is the key.
Okay, quick time out, because this is a really important distinction. Everything we've talked about so far, that's machine learning. It's awesome at learning from neat, organized, structured data. Think spreadsheets. But deep learning, that's the next level. It uses these complex, brain-inspired things called neural networks to make sense of messy, unstructured data, like images and human language. It finds patterns where regular ML would just get totally lost.
And that brings us to month 3. Welcome to the final boss level. This month is all about deep learning. We're graduating from the basics and grabbing the most powerful tools in the AI arsenal to tackle the really big challenges, like teaching a computer to see and understand language. First up, you'll meet CNNs, or convolutional neural networks. The easiest way to think about these? They are the eyes of AI. They are absolutely brilliant at processing and understanding images. And then you've got RNNs, or recurrent neural networks. If CNNs are the eyes, then RNNs are kind of like the ears and memory. They're the key to understanding things that happen in a sequence, like words in a sentence or notes in a song.
So how do you actually build these super complex models? Well, you don't do it from scratch. You use one of the 2 industry power tools, TensorFlow from Google, or PyTorch from Meta. Honestly, just pick one and get really good at it. You pretty much have to know one of these to land a job.
And of course, we're building more projects. Your first major deep learning project will be an image classifier. You'll literally teach a machine to tell the difference between pictures of, say, a cat and a dog. This is a huge portfolio piece.
And for your final boss battle, you'll create a sentiment analysis chatbot. This is where you teach the machine to understand the emotion behind words. It's an incredible project that shows off some seriously advanced skills. And just like that, 3 months later, the quest is complete. You did it. But hold on, the adventure isn't over. Now it's time for the real prize, launching your career in AI. You've done all the hard work, now you just have to show it off.
Here's your 4-step plan to get hired. 1. All those projects we just talked about, get them on GitHub. That is your new portfolio. 2. Clean up your LinkedIn profile and make it shine. 3. Rework your resume so it just screams AI skills. And 4. Practice for interviews. There are tons of online mock interview tools. Use them.
And finally, just a few secrets to making this all work. First, consistency is everything. Coding every single day, even for just 30 minutes, is a total game changer. Second, focus on projects, not just theory. Building is learning. And third, use all the amazing free resources out there. Kaggle, YouTube, Coursera, the knowledge is all waiting for you.
So there you have it. The map, the plan, the tools. An incredible new career in AI is right there, waiting for you. And the path is clear. It's not going to be easy, but it is straightforward. So the only question left is, are you ready to begin?